Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Harakakadash, double honors to the apostle of elders of great millstone, and salute Psalms Hebrews out there preaching his words, sincerity, and truth. Alright, I'm on blacklistednews.com, and came across this article, and grabbed me to do a video on it. Alright. It's entitled Lake Mead Falls to Lowest Water Level Since Hoover Dam's Construction in the 1930s. Alright. Lake Mead has declined to its lowest level since the reservoir was filled in the 1930s, following the construction of Hoover Dam, marking a new milestone for the water-starved Colorado River in downward spiral that shows no sign of letting up. Alright, so the Colorado River, alright, so it's a drought in that river as well. The waters are drying up. Alright, so a man-made reservoir, Hoover Dam, that water's drying up. So the Lord is basically getting ready to cause a famine, alright, in the western states. Okay. And continue on. The reservoir near Las Vegas holds water for cities, farms, and tribal lands in Arizona, Nevada, California, and Mexico. Years of unrelenting drought and temperature pushed higher by climate change are shrinking. Climate change is another article that on this website, Blacklisted News, about climate change, climate lockdowns. All right. Basically, Esau is gonna restrict you, all right, in certain activities that you American people do, like driving. All right. In this case, watering, like watering your lawns. All right. People that basically waste water. All right. And also, water is gonna go up. All right. There's gonna be climate lockdown. So yeah, Esau can push that narrative now after he done drained you out of that pandemic. All right. Drained your spirit out for that pandemic. Now he can come with climate lockdowns. All right. Pushed higher by climate change are shrinking to low into the lake, contributing to the large mismatch between the demands for water and the Colorado's diminishing supply. The lake's rapid decline has been outpacing projections from just a few months ago. Its surface reached a new low Wednesday night when it dipped past the elevation of 1,071.6 feet, a record set in 2016. But unlike that year, when the inflows helped push the lake levels back up, the watershed is now parched and depleted. That Mead is projected to continue dropping next year into 2023. Lake Mead, the largest reservoir in the country, now stands at just 36% of full capacity. Okay. So biblically speaking, it's prophecies that the Lord is doing. All right. The Lord is drying up the water in Great Babylon, all right, America, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, for famine. All right. And famine is a plague. Job 12:15, behold, he withholdeth the waters, and they dry up. Also he sendeth them out, and they overturn the earth. All right, so the Lord is withholding the waters and drying up the waters. All right, of the Colorado River and Lake Mead. See that? Psalms 107:33. He turneth rivers into a wilderness. All right, the Colorado River, he's turning into a wilderness. And the water springs into dry ground. See that? A fruitful land into barrenness for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. All right. So the Lord is causing a famine. Why? Because of the wickedness of this place, America, man. This month, June, all right, these wicked ass people declared this month as LGBT Pride Month. All right. And that's totally against the Heavenly Father's commandments. All right. Leviticus 20:13. Deuteronomy 22:5. Okay. Leave Deuteronomy 23:1. The Lord is not with LGBTQ. All right. So the Lord said, all right, I'm gonna dry up the water. All right, for your wickedness, for your pride. All right. Which brings me to 2 Esdras 16th chapter. I'm trying to find a good place to start, because this whole chapter is juicy. I'm gonna start start at 18 here. Get the whole meat off the bone. 2 Esdras chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Now this is the prophet Esdras receiving a vision of the end times, the last days, the days that we're in right now. In June 2021. All right, and it's going to get worse from here. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine. Okay, so the Lord is engineering a famine right now. And great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sin and scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. The old victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, so that's what the Lord has in store for this place. All right, because this is a wicked society. All right, it's not gonna only happen in America; it's gonna happen all over the planet Earth. All right, which some countries are in famine, in hyperinflation right now as we speak. Zimbabwe, Venezuela, all right, etc. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Okay, so the Lord drying up the waters of the rivers, fresh water. All right, that's a famine. Okay, and the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy. So everywhere you turn, if you're a part of the wicked, all right, if you're an Israelite, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you haven't repented, you're gonna be a part of that famine taking you out. All right, and if you escape the famine, the sword's gonna destroy you. All right. Might kill you, it's gonna kill you. All right. That's how bad it's gonna get out here. And that's when the pride of these people are gonna be it's gonna be, their regular life is gonna be, their bubble that they live in is gonna be popped, as you could say. All right. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. So a human life is not gonna be worth anything. There's not gonna be no funerals for you, no wakes. All right, no family getting together and talking about the good and the bad times of your life, or you're not gonna be on on a front. What they call that? Damn, it's not memorabilia. It's they put your face on a flyer or whatever, and they talk about your life. I forgot what it's called, man. I don't really rock with funerals like that. And there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall no man left to till the earth and sow it. The tree shall give fruit, who shall gather them? All right, the grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. Wow, that's how bad it is, and that's only the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, these are plagues, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. All right, so it's really not gonna be no men out here, man, but only the men of the Lord. For of a city there should be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and the clefts of the rocks, as in the orchard of olives. Upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives, or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days shall there be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. It's going to be doing martial law, or just random people just going to people's houses, searching for food. And nigga Floyd Mayweather, he was in Miami for his fight, and the houses, the house, the mansion he has here in Vegas, somebody broke into it, and stole out a lot of, valuable things to him, valuable things that he bought, stole that shit. All right. So that's one example, but this is going to be, people going to be searching for food and water, survival, in order to survive, man, And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therein. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. The daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. See that? Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. So there you go, man. So this is the servants of, this is for the servants of the Lord, the prophets, to understand, man. These people that's gonna be caught up in these plagues, they not gonna understand. They not gonna understand what's going on, man. All right. But if you're a prophet, prophet of Heavenly Father, the Lord woke you up to this, to his prophecies. You gotta know what's going on, man. It said, Isaiah 33, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, man, and strength of thy salvation. All right. So that's pretty much all I got. Lord will is edifying. Shalom.